Welcome to the Cheap Guitar Channel. Just a poor man playing poor stuff poorly. Thanks for being here, and hopefully you can make an informed decision with your friends here at Cheap Guitar Channel. Like and subscribe if you want to. And now, here's me to hopefully help you make an informed decision with the Cheap Guitar Channel. Hey guys, welcome back into the Cheap Guitar Channel. I'm Cody. Thank you for being here. Like and subscribe if you want to. It's been a long time coming. I've had a lot of people ask about the follow-up to the Mitchell MM100 3/4 size guitar. It's been a while. I've had quite some time to spend with this guitar. And since I am still one of the world's greatest guitar holders, I fully expect Joe and Steve and Yngwie to pop in because they need to make an informed decision before they pull the trigger on the Mitchell MM100. If Polly Tim drops by, I don't know if there's enough notes on the Mitchell MM100 for him. And to that I say, calm down. There's only 7 notes and 5 incidentals. Where he found the other 611, pretty sure it wasn't on this fella. So the Mitchell MM100, by the way, the chip is still there along with a lot of other scratches and dings and dents, and this guitar has seen a lot of wear over the last little bit. I let the kids play this every time they come over, and they are not easy on it. So for the type of abuse this guitar has taken to be in the shape it's in, well, you could say a lot of things about it. Durable is something that it definitely is. Having said all that, I did get a bag for it. I found one and it fits it perfectly. This is the bag for the Mitchell MM100. It is a GBE Mini ELEC. So a GBE Mini Elec. It's a gator case and it's not terrible. Normally a bag that's this cheap, it's basically just a cover. This thing, I want to say it's probably 10 millimeters, maybe 5 millimeters, but there's a little bit of padding on it. It's not just a cover. I wouldn't go on tour with it by any stretch, but, it's got backpack straps on it. It has a little ring, a D-ring here at the top, which is how I hang it in the closet for when the kids come by. It's got 2 nice size straps. I mean, they're not heavy duty. Has a nice pocket in the front of it right here, if I can get it open. Nice deep pocket in the front. All the things that came with it. And it's a typical bag. But for the little Mitchell, by the way, it also has the vinyl here to keep your strings from poking through it. Not a ton of padding, like I said before, but it's definitely enough. I'll show you how the guitar fits in it. This is what it looks like going in. It fits really good. Zip it up, and this is what it looks like in the case. Again, it comes right, the top of the headstock is right here, so there's a little bit of room in the top, but not much. It fits really, really nicely. If you were going to get this as a Christmas gift for a child, you would be hard-pressed to find a better bag for the Mitchell MM100. Again, it's a nice bag for the price. So in the first video, I talked about the strings that came on it, what gauge I thought they might be. They're definitely 9s. 9s is what I have on it now, and I'm going to show you something that this absolutely amazed me about a 3/4 size guitar. I have my Peterson strobe tuner here. It's one of the most accurate tuners that's on the market, especially as far as clip-on tuners go. And if you don't know what a strobe tuner is, you can go online, look it up. This isn't that video. But I'm going to show you something. Essentially with a guitar, when you tune it, the intonation up and down the fretboard needs to be set so that the E on the 12th fret is the same as the open E. A lot of times on guitars, that isn't the case. On 3/4 size guitars, it's usually pretty tough to get the intonation correct. So I'm going to show you. That is open E. So one of the most impressive things about this guitar is the intonation once it was set. This is with 9-gauge strings, okay? And it is almost perfect. That is almost unheard of in a 3/4 size guitar. The fact this thing will intonate at all, and it didn't take a lot. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't perfect, but it didn't take much to get it that close. So that's with a Peterson strobe tuner, which is about the best tuner, especially clip-on, that you can get. It is extraordinarily accurate. And yeah, for a 3/4 size guitar. Now look, over the last little bit, couple years or whatever, the jack is still super tight. That's what she said. Yeah, it is not loosened up at all. You can hang this guitar by, matter of fact, yeah, you can hang this guitar by the jack. That is not coming out. It is by far the tightest hole of any guitar I've ever owned. Some of the questions that people have asked me either in direct messages or on the channel itself, one was about the neck on the guitar. It is definitely not Ibanez thin profile, but it's not a baseball bat either. There is a thin layer. It feels like a thin layer of lacquer on it maybe. It's not super thick or real sticky, but you know, if you like that natural finish, you probably have to sand it a little bit. Something else that was brought up. Simple Man said he had mild cerebral palsy and asked if the shorter scale and if it would be easier to play with his condition. Now, I can't personally speak to his condition, but I do have issues of my own. What I have found over the last couple of years playing this guitar, it has definitely made me a better player because I've had to learn better technique. Again, I play like a gorilla, so I'm used to smashing the strings into the wood on the fretboard. And with this guitar, with these lighter strings, you can't really do that. Now, you can bend the strings almost off the neck because there's just no sort of tension on them at all. By the way, it is tuned to standard 440. Holds its tuning really, really well. The reason I say it's made me a better player, because you do have to sort of relearn the fingering to make the chords sound. It's really easy to bend it out, which means just the weight of your fingers frets it. It's pretty amazing for what it is, honestly. Do I think it would be a good guitar for someone that has issues with their hands, arthritis and whatnot? Yeah, probably. I would say it would be a little easier to play because everything is tighter on it. I did see the price has gone up to $139, and occasionally you can get them on sale for $99. I don't know if they're still doing these on the stupid deal of the day, but again, this one was less than $60. I don't know if that's even possible anymore. And I said in the first video, it would be a good value up to $100. $139? I think there's probably better guitars on the market at that price. But, you know, again, that's just me. I wouldn't have any problem at all recommending this at $100, at $140, plus shipping and tax and everything else. I mean, you're now looking at $150, $160, maybe $170, depending on where you live. It's definitely not worth that. I also said in the first video that I was going to come back in and polish the frets. I actually decided against that with the kids playing on it quite a bit and just figuring that beginners aren't going to come in and start polishing frets. So I thought, let's just see how they wear. And they've worn nicely. You don't hear nearly as, they're just not as rough. They've worn in nicely. That's the best way I know how to say it, because if you remember in the first video, just moving them, you could hear them scratching against the fretboard. I mean, you barely can anymore, and it's not like it's had 1,000 hours on it, but it almost looks like they've had a little polish done to them. But that's just natural wear on it. So I did try 10s. It didn't really like 10s. It might like 8s, but 9s. Again, what it did with the Intonation 9s is really where this guitar loves to be. The tuners was another issue a lot of people brought up, both in direct messages and in the comments. Some people say the tuners are total garbage, and I've heard that from a few people. A lot of people have said, well, not a lot, but a couple of people have said the nut work on theirs is garbage. Mine, I don't know if you can see it or not, but the nut is, I mean, if I had any trouble with it, I would throw some graphite in there, but so far I've not had any issues with it at all. Again, mine may have been built on a Wednesday, I don't know, but I just haven't personally had any issues with it. A lot of people have commented that it makes a great travel guitar. I've seen the guitars online where the necks come off and all that, and those may be better travel guitars. But yeah, if I were traveling overseas or something, and again, for the price, if it gets lost, busted, scratched, whatever, you're just not out much. But yeah, I would definitely take this as a travel guitar pretty much anywhere. Another thing that I've really fallen in love with this guitar is the headstock. The way this headstock looks and is carved, has these carbs in it. I wish all the guitar companies put this much thought into their headstocks, because I really, really like the way this headstock looks. It's probably the second best looking headstock of any guitar that I've ever owned. I just like the way it looks. I think it looks elegant and classy and sharp. Love the way they inlaid Mitchell in silver on the black, so it doesn't really stick out, but it looks really elegant with the black hardware. I just really like the way this headstock looks. No, it doesn't make the guitar play or sound any better, but it does look good. Yeah, I like it. So I've got my Fender Champ, my trusty Fender Champ 40 for you, and why not wrap up the video with me just noodling around being the world's greatest guitarist. thank you for sticking with me for so long. That is going to do it for my follow-up review / demo of the Mitchell MM100. Hopefully this helped you make a little more informed decision on this guitar. Man, it's a shame they've raised the price so much, but the price of everything's gone up, right? I mean, it shouldn't really be that surprising, but again, I wouldn't pay $140 for it, $150, $160 after tax and shipping. I don't think it's worth that. $100, yeah, it's pretty good value at $100. $140 with the bag, yeah, that'd be a little better, but still, that's just too rich for my blood. This is the cheap guitar channel. So hopefully this review will help you make a little better informed decision. Remember, like and subscribe if you want to. Thanks for being a part of our little corner of the universe. Y'all have a good one. Till the next time, see ya, be cool, bye.
Thanks again for hanging out with us on the Cheap Guitar Channel.
Like and subscribe if you want.
And be sure to join us next time for a poor man playing poor stuff poorly. For all of me here at Cheap Guitar Channel, have a good one, and I'll talk to you next time.